the weekly breakdown. Yeah, number 158. Is it 158? I don't know.
It's somewhere around there. Wait,
who cares?
it's probably
a number.
No, maybe
One of the numbers.
We're
maybe
going to
157. It's one of the two.
Yeah, we're going to be doing our E3 predictions. We're not doing hard predictions like we did in the past of like, we all had like two or three and we kept score and all sorts of stuff. Because E3's going into E3 this year is really weird because so many things have been announced already. I'm sure there'll be surprises. But, you know, like certain publishers have tempered the expectations.
It's kind of the last thing that hasn't like leaked, and they're like, "Oh, this is going to be like everything else." Like just yesterday or like the past couple of days, a few things coming to Switch and stuff like that. Like,
so there's been a lot of announcements and leaks throughout this week. When we get to each conference, is when we'll probably talk about them. For example, Fallout 76 or Assassin's Creed Mario Odyssey, you know, stuff like that.
Now I get that joke or the text message. I did not get that. That went way over my head until just now.
Wow, I got that.
Fuck, I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
Get out, dude. Wow. All right. Let's start off. Let's talk about Electronic Arts. What do you guys want to see from Electronic Arts? Does anything they have excite you?
Madden.
What's your expectations for Anthem?
They're
gonna show off probably.
They'll show off a little bit of it. I expected more to be like Microsoft again, like where they show off the bulk of it, because that's Microsoft needs shit. But Battlefield, my prediction is they're gonna have a bunch of people playing it live. We're gonna have a big live match with awkward commentary and Terry Crews for some reason.
That's my thing. That's my drinking game for EA. Every time something awkward or stupid happens, take a shot.
Every time they talk about sports, you drink, and then if they mention Star Wars at all, you have to drink the rest of your drink.
Yeah.
But sports though, they're drinking for like 30 minutes straight.
Well, no, not like it's like every time a different sports game. Like if they're like UFC 4, I don't even know if 3 came out.
Yeah, 3 came out earlier.
You know, and then Madden, FIFA, whatever else
there's
they
like
do.
automatic drinks. You know, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Okay, fine.
Defeats the purpose.
Fine, we'll do the awkward thing. If it gets awkward, or
yeah.
Anytime they bring on a soccer player on stage, you drink.
Remember last year when they talked about Need for Speed and they had that awful streamer, YouTuber, whoever it was, and he was like totally nervous.
Yeah,
he could totally fucked up.
Oh, that prank channel dude.
Yeah, and then they had but he's from the Prank versus Prank or whatever. But no, and then they had the dude who made A Way Out, who was just like fucking drunk.
That dude was cool.
Like he was cool.
I actually appreciated him.
But he's just
because he got up there, he was real as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure EA, you know, they'll have all their stuff, and then they'll probably have at least one smaller title that'll make you go ooh, because they usually have at least one a year, you know, to make them seem like a human company, sort of.
Try to.
I mean, mostly people are looking forward to Battlefield 5 and Anthem. I really can't even think of what else they would even announce.
They have something. That whole thing that they were doing with like, oh, we're going to be helping develop like indie games, small stuff like that. Hopefully they're going to be pushing some of that, see some results from that whole thing.
I could see them. Then again, not like any kind of release date or anything, but maybe some kind of like brief teaser for whatever Respawn's doing with Star Wars to try to save face, or some. They're good. I feel like they'd be dumb to not bring up Star Wars. Whether or not it's just a full-on apology, that'd be really funny. Though it won't happen. It's just like, yeah, we fucked up. Yeah. But
you know the what would they say? Oh, the numbers are telling us that we owe people an apology.
We're listening to our players.
Yeah. Yeah. The flow of the industry right now is telling us we should.
There you go. That's super corporate.
But I mean, since like Anthem, I guess, is EA. I was thinking like Anthem was going to be at Microsoft, but since Anthem is EA, I was legitimately excited for it, and I still am in ways to see like what the game is. But after
everything,
an ex-BioWare developer and then a guy that was at BioWare was like criticizing Total Biscuit after his death, I totally just I
very fucked up.
Don't want to support BioWare anymore. Yeah. Like Casey Hudson's a cool dude. He seems like a legit cool dude. and this is like a different thing, but BioWare just seems to be such a different studio now.
Yeah.
Like, where their vision and everything, like... But, like, I want the best for the good people, because I'm sure that doesn't represent everyone at BioWare, but it just sours every bit of excitement I had going for Anthem. I'm like, I can't, like... I don't want to...
support this.
Yeah, because... I mean, to go after someone after they passed away, that's just...
Was it like just like a comment, or was it like attacking?
Oh, no, it was like
it was a
15
whole
tweets.
Thing. That was one guy who was like...
See, like, I can understand, like, you know, something that aggravates me is after, or that I, you know, looks facetious is, you know, when
Word of the day?
Word of the day, facetious. I'm not even, I can't say it either, but when, like, you know, so somebody passes away and they're like, yeah, I always thought the best of them. At least, like, if it was like a thing where it's like, yeah, I mean, being real, but like that's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
like that's, if it's like, if it was like 15 tweets.
That was a guy that I guess was not with BioWare anymore, because Casey Hudson came out and made a statement. He's like, yeah, he's not with BioWare anymore. But then there's another developer, a senior animator or something, that's still with BioWare, that was kind of... He was going about it in a much more professional way, I would say. Kind of playing devil's advocate with some things, but like still even then it's like... I don't know, like what do you gain from that? But
yeah.
That's just me, and... Yeah,
But
it was a shame that Total Biscuit passed away.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. You know.
Really?
I mean, yeah. He seemed like he was, you know, he just seemed like that guy that, you know, was gonna make it almost. Like he had that kind of like feeling about him, like, yeah, he's got this. But
yeah, but to me, like, it was really sad. But you know, to me, like when he didn't even want to put his face on camera anymore for the co-optional podcast anymore. It was like, man, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's incredibly sad. I was a sad boy that night.
So, yeah, me too. And so I don't know how I feel about BioWare. I'm conflicted. So I don't know if I really want to... I'm not as excited for Anthem as I was because of that, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and we'll see for Anthem. I'll be honest, I'm fucking stoked for Battlefield 5. I think that game's going to be awesome. I've been playing so much Battlefield 1. I came home and I'm like, I should play Detroit Become Human tonight. And I'm like, nah. I played Battlefield 1 by myself for like 4 hours. And it was awesome. I'm just sitting in the rocks, picking dudes off on the beach, sniping them in the face. And then me and like 10 dudes are running along the beach just lighting fools up. Damn good time.
I was playing Battlefront 2 the other night, too.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
It's $24, almost. It's been $24 for a while.
$23.99.
$23.99. So close.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, Battlefield 5 could be cool. They're doing more war stories.
Yeah, that'll be cool. The operations sound really neat. And some of the other gameplay tweaks that they're doing sounds really cool too. And plus, World War II.
Character first-person game with more character customization.
Woohoo!
Which I just don't get it. I mean, maybe in a game like this, even then, I don't see people like looking at like an Overwatch. You have time, like, oh, look at that skin. I kind of want that. Like that's cool. But like in this game, there's so much shit going on. Unless it's like crazy, like you're running around a clown wig or something. I don't really see like a lot of stuff being noticed. But we'll see. I mean, it is interesting.
We'll see. Let's move on to Microsoft. So Microsoft has a lot to gain at this E3 for sure. You know, they had the Xbox One X out, which was a big focus of last year's, but now to me, it's all about software.
So it's all about.
They gotta have it.
I mean, I think
they gotta bring the hype.
I mean, they'll probably have. It seems like Ubisoft's been more like with them the last couple of years. So I mean, they'll probably have Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
probably. And I mean, I feel like Forza Horizon will be there, and I feel like there's got to be at least, hopefully, at least like 2 of their other like big name things can come out. You know what I mean? Like
either Halo or Gears of War.
Halo or Gears, or like there was rumors that the Coalition was working on something else. Maybe there was
rumors that they were working on a
Perfect Dark, which could be interesting. I'm like that. You know, why not? I know that one of the dudes from Gearbox flat out said it, and I don't think it's going to happen. just because he seemed very on the nose about it. But I mean, there's still the little bit of me that was like, Borderlands 3?
That's what they said about Beyond Good and Evil. They're like, this is not going to be
But that's
E3.
what he said. He's like, look, I know that no matter what I say, it's like, I do magic, and you think it's real, despite I try to tell you that it's magic. Whereas I stick a light bulb, I stick a light bulb in my mouth, and you can't pull it out, and that's a real thing. And you're like, that's magic. It's like no matter what I say, you're gonna believe what you want to believe.
Yeah, whether Borderlands 3 is there or not, I can see Microsoft associating themselves with that game down the line.
Oh yeah,
regardless.
I mean, they have the marketing rights for Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
and they do.
So the more, if we're talking first party games, just exclusively for Microsoft right now, the more that we get closer to E3, the more I think Halo will either not be there or we'll just get a teaser like they did with 5, and probably. Gears 5 will be a real thing. Because man, they've been really quiet on Halo, and I think they're really trying to go back to the drawing board and make sure they have something good, because if 6 isn't good, especially the campaign, that's some serious problems that they're going to have with that franchise, and people will not be happy. Because yes, they nailed the multiplayer, and I was playing multiplayer the other day. It was fucking blast still. I was so bad at it, and I used to be fucking pretty solid at Halo. Oh my god, did I get my ass kicked. That's hard to go back to. Pretty cold turkey like that. But yeah, I can see them doing Gears 5. If Gears 5 is a thing, I'm not sure the hype levels for it, though. I really don't think it'll be...
I mean, great. I don't think it'll come... I don't think it'll come out anytime soon. I agree. Well, I don't think it'll come out anytime soon. Like, I mean, this will be the start of the hype. I mean, it'll probably be at the next E3.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're gonna... At this point, with how they're doing with, like, exclusives, I don't think Microsoft's gonna try to, be like... pull Bethesda and be like, it's coming out this
I can see them announcing it, but, maybe they do what they did with Gears 4 and announce it, because that was a crazy move. That was really fucking awesome. But
looking at what Sony did and what so far has been working for them, it's like, we'll announce this game. It's going to come in a couple years, but you'll have to wait. We're going to make it good. I mean, something like that.
Just let us know that yes, this is a thing. Yeah. But don't expect it.
Yeah.
I think people will honestly be very, very, very stoked for a Forza Horizon 4 if it has the right setting.
Yeah.
Just because 3 was cool. Perfect.
Yeah, Japan could be cool. And again, that's one of the reasons why I still haven't gotten rid of the Games Pass, is because I'm sitting here thinking, that's perfect time, because I've never played a Forza game, a Forza Horizon or a Forza game. That's the perfect opportunity to try one of those games out and be like,
So there's 2 other ones. Is Fable going to be here?
I think it may be some kind of a teaser.
Yeah.
That's as far as it goes. That game is not happening. I wouldn't even say by 2020.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that's a next Xbox sort of thing, but maybe they're going to try to pull a Sony and just, they got to get people talking about their games. You know what I mean? They got to do that. Right. The other one, Crackdown 3. Where's that?
It got delayed.
That thing's wow.
It got delayed again.
It had to. Holy fucking balls, the development cycle on this one.
Yeah. They announced that in 2014.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years.
Almost every game they announced in 2014 first party either came out and was kind of a dud, or it was canceled.
Because Recore,
Scalebound, Phantom Dust,
Crackdown
3,
what the fuck happened to
Sea of Thieves. I'm pretty sure that's the year they... Maybe it was... No, maybe it was
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves was announced that
year.
They
announced Sea of Thieves, yeah.
But, what the fuck happened to Phantom Dust? I forgot completely about that game.
It got canned.
It got canned? Oh, okay, I didn't... Okay.
It got canned, and then they just remastered their original Xbox version. That's it. Master Chief Collection. There's apparently supposed to be a massive update for that that's actually going to fix it.
Good. I might actually play that again then at some point.
So yeah, I mean, first party. I mean, other than maybe getting some, studios to work on some stuff for you.
New game from the people who do I heard that they're working on something. Alan Wake and Quantum Break.
Quantum Break,
Quantum Dreams. No,
not Quantum Dreams.
Who makes? I know who makes.
Oh my god!
Again, it's not
Remedy.
Remedy, yeah. like apparently they're working on a game. So maybe, I think they might have even said that game will be at E3.
They said it will be at E3. It will not. I don't think it'll be an Xbox exclusive anymore. They said they want to go multi-platform. But I could see Microsoft trying to still keep the strong association with it.
We'll probably get a date for Ori and the...
That's what I was just going to bring up. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. That's the one that'll make me fucking hard if we get a release date.
State of Decay 3, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know. If that comes out this year, I'm going to be very excited because that's a great game to have. And also, like, Microsoft always has some really cool indie stuff on their stage. So I'm looking forward to see what else they have. But I think, maybe they try to just fill the void with third party. And I honestly think if we're going to see Cyberpunk, it's on Microsoft's stage. Yeah. No, I could see them doing what they did with Anthem and ending with Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I think they also, again, back a month ago or so when it came out, they have marketing rights. I think Microsoft does have the marketing rights for Cyberpunk, so that is where it would show up.
Yes,
more likely than not. So
probably new Assassin's Creed.
I think so. That'll probably show up there. I would assume Tomb Raider. Well, I mean,
no,
it's
actually, Tomb Raider's Sony.
So Tomb Raider's Sony.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm pretty
cool.
sure.
I mean, granted, it's going to be at the Squeenix conference more likely than not, but
Like I'm very interested in Microsoft. Last year's conference was solid, and
I feel like every year Microsoft's always in this weird place, and then it's like because it's always like, what are you gonna do? But then they always do a good job. So that's why I'm not like sitting here being like, there's no way Microsoft can salvage this, because I feel like besides 2013, which is granted the outlier, I honestly feel like they've had at least a fairly good E3 every year, if not really good every single year.
Yeah. I would say I'm more interested in some of the games that they're showing and not them.
Well, yeah,
I'll put it that way. Because they like last year they did pretty well, but showing off a lot of third-party stuff. Like Sea of Thieves did look good then.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Reminds me, I have yet to play. I need to. I'll maybe play it sometime this week. I need to play State of Decay 2. I still haven't started that yet.
It's good in ways, but it's definitely a mixed bag.
That's kind of the opinion I got from most people. But
it's like Sea of Thieves, man. It's good in ways, but a mixed bag. It's like, damn it.
Sea of Thieves, I would just say, is like barren. I would say I get like State of Decay 2 has some stuff.
It's got an update coming. With more. Does it cost money?
I don't know.
Better not. Better fucking not.
I thought they said none of the stuff was going to cost money or something.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Bethesda.
They're making some waves now.
Yeah, no, they are probably the one I might be the most interested in, besides Pretendo. Just because Bethesda has some shit now.
Like,
I guess
they have a press conference.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about their big announcement here. They announced Fallout 76, so they put a teaser up that was like fucking 24 hours that just said, "Please stand by." It was a bobblehead.
Yeah.
But it was Fallout themed, and so everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, what is that going to be?" Then they announced Fallout 76. It's apparently, and it's not confirmed yet, but it's from Kotaku and Jason Schreier, and he's pretty
good,
accurate almost all the time. So it's apparently an online survival RPG
in the vein of Rust and Ark. So
like Battlefield, Call of Duty too. But yeah.
Also, congratulations on that. That was my favorite thing in that text conversation.
But yeah, what do you guys make of Fallout 76?
It could be good. I mean, I think that's probably the best way to do an online Fallout. Like, I don't know if like an Elder Scrolls Online style game would work, but maybe something that's like early, because apparently it's only 25 years after the bombs drop.
That's cool.
Early, Fallout, universe and whatnot. There's not as many the demons around because they're like all on the West Coast or something. So it's like that could be interesting.
Well, they weren't created yet.
I think they're literally being created. Like if I watched a video from the Know. They're literally like as this game's happening, they're being created. So it's like so maybe like eventually, like if you get a high enough level, you get to an area, there might be like a death claw. Who knows? But it could be interesting. But I mean, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to write things off immediately. I'll give it a look, and I'll be like, maybe, but.
I don't know. I think survival kind of loses me.
That's like, what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
When you say survival,
that splits a lot of people. Like I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool," but then they play like a survival. Because I know Fallout 4 is definitely like a video game, but I think there are still a lot of people that play Fallout 4 that don't play like a lot of games or that aren't too in depth with, knowing other games and shit like that, but. I don't know. I think this is going to kind of split some people because, like, Fallout 4 in ways is like a survival game, but what I'm thinking of survival is as soon as you get to like backpack space and like
feeding yourself,
yeah, and having all these like
things to just worry about,
yeah, just like these
like gotta stay hydrated.
Mandatory.
You're getting tired.
Yeah.
If you don't take a nap, you're just gonna pass out.
Yeah, like
that's in like the Forest or whatever game that is. Or it might be even be Ark.
I don't know to like the depths, like how much survival it's gonna be. It's got to be like really mainstream survival. Like I know Ark takes like survival games, and like Ark was very more mainstream in survival. It still had like a lot of survival things, components to it, but it's really got to be really mainstream for it to work.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, they only showed like the vault, and I'm like, this has got to be like some kind of like VR game or something. And then I was like, everything else came out. Like, I don't know, you just play around in a vault or something. VR. Yeah, other people come into your vault. That's what I thought it was going to be, but no.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm torn on it. And there's a few things. Like, Fallout 4 and the Fallout, New Vegas and 3, they've had survival elements to them. They're not very hardcore if you want to just play through the game, but they do have the super survival mode if you wanted to seriously do that, and you could. So I think doing Fallout fits really well into the survival genre. I don't know what the whole online aspect is.
I think it's just like Ark. It's like maybe
other players.
There's other players.
If other players are going to come around and start taking my shit, fucking no way for me. I don't like that stuff in games, man. That stuff pisses me off. But
if they did it, they would have to have like PvE and then separate PvP servers.
Yeah. Well, apparently it has like a story and quest and stuff like that. So I'm curious on what it is. But my other thought with that is, I'm like, okay, an online survival RPG for Fallout. I think that makes a lot of sense to do now. Because when you look at Fallout 4, yeah, it's a cool game, but I think it has been severely outclassed by a number of RPGs and open world games since then.
Yeah.
And even at the same time, with like The Witcher 3 came out, and then Fallout 4 came out, I was like, okay. So like, if you had just a brand new Fallout, I don't care if it's Bethesda Studios or not, I think it would hit with a little bit more of a dud than they would want right now. Whereas Fallout 4 had this fucking massive hype train. I feel like people would be like, yeah, it's more Fallout, it's fine. Fallout 4 was more Fallout 3, So I think doing that and doing that makes sense. And also, like, I don't really think of Fallout Online in the way of an Elder Scrolls Online.
I don't think it would work.
Would be very good.
I think it would work.
So this is like, if you want to make a different sort of Fallout, try something new, make it online. I think this is kind of how you do it. Makes sense.
There's two other things that this makes me think of, which are kind of two other things that I think will probably happen, which is, I think one of the rumors after the Please Stand By thing came out was that Fallout 3 Remastered. Yeah. I honestly think that could very much be the case. I think Fallout 3 Remastered. I think Fallout 3 Remastered is going to happen.
And I be working on that though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Because just for the longest time they were like, yeah, we want to do something different. That's why like Fallout 76 surprised me so much.
But that's my other kind of point to really go around. They were talking about, I don't remember the name, their new IP.
Yeah, their
for the longest time. Starfield. I think, like, not like hey, it's coming out this year. I think they'll probably either give like an official name, if that's not the official name, or like some kind of announcement for it, because just the way that those two things have happened, because they talked about that game like a good bit, and then we didn't hear anything about Fallout 76. So I almost wonder if like Fallout 76 was like this game's not going to be ready like anytime soon. We need something to kind of go out. Boom, Fallout 76.
Maybe. I mean, also at E3 last year, I think Todd Howard said that they have like a number of projects that they were working on before they would get to. I think someone asked him, "But when are we getting Elder Scrolls 6?"
Yeah, they said they had 2 main.
Yeah.
Like,
So Fallout 76 probably one of them. Starfield's
Yeah.
probably the other one. Yeah, I mean, I would love if they did talk about Starfield. It's also rumored that this isn't made by Bethesda Studios proper. It's being made by their Austin studio, I believe.
Yeah.
So obviously then the main Bethesda studio would be working on something else, and it's been 3 years.
1 week.
So maybe. I don't know. Is Fallout 76 out this year? I think it is.
I can see it. I can see it.
Which, holy shit. This fall is just nuts, dude. It's actually, it honestly might be too much all at once.
Probably.
For the industry. Like, it's insane. Because there's you have Spider-Man, Spyro, Tomb Raider, Red Dead, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5, maybe Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon, maybe Fallout 76, all in like 2 or 3 months. That's insane.
My wallet
Nobody
hurts.
needs that.
My wallet hurts just thinking about it.
Crazy. I think the one game, I'm honestly more stoked to see Rage 2 than I am Fallout 76.
Oh, yeah.
Rage 2 looks like a fucking blast to play.
Yeah,
Bring that on.
I think Rage 2, they confirmed that Rage 2 will be there, and I do want to see like how kind of far out they go with that game, because it looks like they're going to go pretty nuts, and that's great. But also, I kind of when they put that trailer out, I had renewed hope, because there was the Rage 2 rumors, and it's like, oh, it makes that, you know what I mean? It's like, that sucks. But Avalanche is working on that, so I still have hope for Doom 2.
Yeah, they're like co-developing it.
So I still have hope for Doom 2.
I don't think they'll announce it. I think they'll pull a Wolfenstein and the New Colossus.
And that was the other one. I think Wolfenstein...
where they'll tease it, and we'll see it next year.
Yeah, or like a new...
Because
or something.
You have Rage 2 and Fallout 76. They're both... Like, yeah, they're 2 totally different games, but they're shooters.
Yeah, I mean, and then the only other thing that's like probably likely is the Prey DLC, because they've been teasing that for forever. But
that'll be.
I mean, there's not really much else they have to do, unless like they're gonna do like announce the Evil Within 2 DLC.
So Elder Scrolls Legends coming to
console. They're gonna talk about the Somerset Isles for Elder Scrolls Online. They're gonna definitely talk about that. Elder Scrolls Legends coming to console would be great. Yeah. But I've given up hope on that ever actually happening. But even I'd play it. But
bring it Switch.
Swatch.
Yeah. You got anything you're stoked on? Bethesda.
Like, I'll watch it, but it's not. Like, honestly, they don't have any games that I'm like really looking forward to. Like, Fallout 76 could be cool, but then again, there's like how much of it it's interesting. Rage 2, it looks cool. I just kind of want to see more of it, but I kind of already have a feeling like I know what that game's going to be. It's just I'm in this weird spot where it's like everything has already kind of been announced. Yeah. Where I feel like I hope Starfield happens, but then it's probably not going to happen. Like, they're going to save that for like next year, but
Bethesda's really turning themselves into a pretty awesome publisher though over the past few years.
Yeah, they're putting
you always have
shit.
Cool shit to look forward to from them.
Except for last year. Last year there's like 2 things.
Last year honestly should have just been a Nintendo Direct style thing where they hit play on that video and they didn't even have an actual conference.
It just seemed like a waste.
Yeah,
like I feel bad for us because we've stayed up super late. I feel bad for the people there who just sat there and watched the video for 45 minutes.
We won't have to stay up as late this year. I think they're on at 9:30 our time.
Awesome.
Last year, that was like
10:30, 11 o'clock. Like, or it might have been 11 o'clock by the time it was over, but it's pretty fucking late.
Yeah. So next up, till Monday, we're gonna do Square Enix. So Square Enix is going to have a Nintendo Direct style video, but they're going to be announcing some stuff. So what do you guys want to see from Square Enix the number one thing to me is a Kingdom Hearts date.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 release date, which I think has to happen. If it's coming out this year, which they've said it is, it has to happen.
I think it comes out December 2nd. And I say that because it puts them in their own little bubble. That time period worked great for Final Fantasy 15. It has its own hype behind it, and it's going to sell regardless. And also, that's my birthday. And it's a Friday.
It's Friday, yeah. Square Enix likes putting out games on Friday. I mean, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Well, do you think, really quick, do you think we'll get any new worlds?
I mean, maybe.
Or are they just going to save
I think
them?
that they might maybe show maybe the San Francisco, the Big Hero 6 world. They might
because they announced it, but we've
never seen anything. We've seen concept art of what that world would look like. And then the thing is, I've heard the number 8 thrown around, but then I don't know if that's like 8 worlds, like for 8 worlds, like 8 worlds.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's 8 worlds total, or if that's 8 Disney worlds. Which, if it's 8 worlds total, then they've kind of already announced every single world that's going to be in the game. But
yeah. But yeah, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider certainly will be there.
Probably another expansion for Final Fantasy 14, I would maybe think.
Maybe, yeah. I think there's 2 really big games that they have that I honestly think that they will be there in the smallest of form possibly, and that is Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think they'll have like some sort of teaser for it. It's been a while since we've seen it. And I know they kind of had to restart that game, but I think they'll probably want to do the, hey, we're still making it, guys.
Put it out to be like, we're on track. We're back on track.
So I can see them doing that. Just because of the hype train of it now, I really think that Avengers game is going to be there in some capacity. It's just some small little CG thing or what. I mean, to me, you gotta capitalize on that just because Avengers is fucking huge, Marvel's huge right now, so you gotta capitalize on that. Gosh, what else would they have? It's rumored Just Cause 4.
Just Cause 4.
Sure.
I mean, maybe some kind of either port or some kind of new Dragon Quest.
Well, yeah, they have Dragon Quest 11 coming out.
Okay, so that. I mean, this is never going to happen because it hasn't happened in like 15 years. But I would love for like a new Chrono game, but it's probably not going to happen. Or a Chrono Trigger remastered actually comes to console.
Maybe,
but
they do have that Tokyo RPG Factor. They just put out a game. They've been kind of cranking those things out, so maybe they'll have something there. Have Octopath Traveler.
Is that out yet, or is that just still?
It comes out in July.
Yeah, they'll probably
see something.
They'll probably
from
talk about Octopath Traveler.
What a fucking name! Oh my god!
I mean, it's Square Enix. A lot of their names.
Do they announce a Kingdom Hearts collection for Xbox?
See, I'm still like of the thing of like, what if they just were like, yeah, fuck that, because they've done nothing.
I know.
To do it. Anything they like. I understand maybe all the remasters last gen coming out on PS3. I get that, but like not bringing them to when you brought them to PS4, not bringing it to the Xbox One, that makes no sense to me.
It doesn't.
So I'm thinking, does it come to Xbox One? I mean, it probably will because that's just another platform. But like, is it worth it? Maybe it's a whole bundle. Maybe for like $100 you can get fucking 10 games. However many it is.
I think they just have to bring the 1.5, 2.5 collection.
Yeah. 2.8 is fine. But like you can maybe get away without doing 2.8, but yeah.
I don't know.
It just seems super like an afterthought. And granted, that game coming to the Xbox, that's definitely what it is. It's an afterthought. It's a PlayStation game. It's just...
It is. It certainly is. I'm looking forward to Square Enix because they do have some things that I'm excited for. It's mostly just Kingdom Hearts 3 to me. I think that'll be the big thing that they're going to push.
10 minutes of just other shit, and then 20 minutes of Kingdom Hearts. Probably not. But I would.
Kingdom Hearts mobile game.
Sorry, that already exists.
Make another one.
Nah. That Kingdom Hearts game. Actually, it's not a Kingdom Hearts 3 release date. That game that's only available in Japan. Yeah, it's coming to America. The stupid browser game. I'm like, no, don't do that to me.
Yeah. Are you stoked for Kingdom Hearts 3?
No, I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh, man.
Ever.
You're missing out. They're fun. They're not for kids, I swear to God.
I can't say anything bad about that because I know they have a loyal following.
I heard that Kingdom Hearts 3, like, this was from someone that has never played Kingdom Hearts before, but they played 3 at that event. Mm-hmm. And they were like, yeah, the pacing of the dialogue was just not normal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah?
Yep.
That's very evident to someone that has not played Kingdom Hearts before.
Like, the dialogue just yeah. I never really thought about that before, but yeah.
It's not.
It's not normal. In the slightest.
But it's not normal. You gotta make everything delayed and, like, super dramatic.
What? Throw Goofy and Donald noises in the background to add into that. Mm.
Let's take our hearts to Ubisoft. What are you stoked for?
Right. Ubisoft. I'm looking forward to the whole conference this year. Last year, the conference was good. I mean, the more I thought about it and as time went by, it sort of fell through a little bit. But, like, at the time, it was like, wow, this looked really good. But, I mean, you look back at it, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is, like, a long ways away. Skull and Bones is, like, it looks cool, but that's what it is kind of game. Origins ended up coming out. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to have this year. I think they could have some really cool stuff. I'm excited about it. I am and I'm not excited about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, from what the IGN article said was that the thing this year was going to be, or this game is going to be, there's going to be like a dialogue options or whatever is what they're going to focus on. I'm thinking, like, you need more than just dialogue options. To
like,
really
make the dialogue options, then those should affect things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this person doesn't like me anymore. Boom, I failed that quest. Well, fuck me.
I quit halfway through because I felt like the game, it was very long. It was a giant world, a little too big for it. And that's just what I think about the game, but it was a little way too big for its own good. So going through the game and doing, like, different side quests and stuff, because I like doing side quests in games, I expect them to be good. I expect, like, I'll use an example, Skyrim. Like, not all their side quests were, like, great, you know, but everyone felt like someone wrote this. Like, someone went in and, like, designed this, and they put it around this character, and it felt like everything was written and everything was planned. It was what was going to happen with the side quest. And, like, Mass Effect, even though it's more, like, story-based, but, like, every side quest is, like, someone wrote the dialogue for all of this, and it was all planned, and some things could go different ways, but it was all, like, someone crafted this experience. And with Origins, it was like copy and paste, or just like no one gave a fuck about it. It was like, just do this stuff to do it, you know? So I feel like there are areas of the game they need to work on more. It's like, you know, like the Assassin's Creed franchise was like an old car. And they fixed some things last year, like they got a new engine and they put some new tires on it, but it's like, you got to fix a lot of other things, or else, you know, the brakes are going to wear down. It's you know, it's going to lose steam pretty quickly. Like, you need to keep fixing the car, and not just, like, dialogue is a pretty cool core part, but, like, I won't care about dialogue if I don't have other characters that I know and like and that stick with me throughout the game, and that there's got to be a balance, you know? If it's a really long fucking game, if I see this guy, like, every 5 hours, like, I'm not going to care. But, you know, I think the characters need to be stronger, writing needs to be better. And yeah, it's historically accurate, and that's all good and well and stuff, but I just feel like the world around needs to be a little bit stronger and not just rely on kind of historically accurate, and this is sort of what it was like, and give you this, like, you know, museum tour kind of experience. But I need more. Like, you got to take some more liberties with things and make different characters that you'll see more and that are more memorable. So then when you have those dialogue options, they actually feel like, okay, like, I'm saying different shit, and, like, create the world. Because, like, Mass Effect was cool, not just because you got to say different things, and, like, when you really think about it, the dialogue options are, like, good thing, bad thing, neutral thing, and, like, maybe a question. But, like, who you're saying it to, and, like, the stakes of what's going on around you, and, like, when you're talking about this shit, made it worthwhile. Mm-hmm. Not just the fact that you get to say different things. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for more. Like, dialogue options is cool, and like you're building different things, but it's like you're kind of getting more on this. It looks good, but how is it like under the hood? You know?
Yeah, I agree. In ancient Greece is a fucking awesome setting for Assassin's Creed to me. I really like that. I saw that, I'm like, cool. Dialogue options, I totally agree with you. Like, it has to have some impact to your game. In Origins, like, I finished Origins, I played all the DLCs, I put 60 hours in that game, and I ended up truly loving it because it gets really good way later. But I could totally see someone of, like, I'm just gonna stop. You know, because
like I got tired of side quests. I got tired of riding through the desert on a camel to go to fucking every.
Like the side quests, there was too many of them. The mission design was so copy and paste, but the writing got really good later on in the game. But it's like that's fucking 30 hours into it. You know what I mean? So like, and I know what they're going to do. They're going to make this massive fucking world. It's going to be beautiful.
We'll probably go back to
all
Egypt.
This stuff.
We'll probably go back to Egypt.
Maybe
not the whole thing, but like you could probably visit an area. I would assume so. Because don't you go to Thebes or Athens or somewhere in one of the DLCs for Origins?
Go to Thebes.
Yeah. So
yeah, people were talking about Rome, and it's like, well, you go to Rome.
Yeah.
In Origins eventually, so like.
Wait, that makes sense.
They're going to make this huge world, but it's like, I actually would like them to pare it down and just focus a little bit on less stuff, but more quality stuff. Yeah, that's really what they need to do. But I love the RPG mechanics and all sorts of stuff. Like, it was fucking cool over time. And you ended up getting some really fucking awesome shit. That was like, yeah, gets me going. My problem is, why is it coming out this year? Well, it's coming out in their fiscal year.
They said fiscal year.
So it could come out in March. But still, why?
Why? Yeah. I mean, granted, a year and a half is better than a year because, you know, but still, it's like...
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed. It's coming out in October.
To me, there's a total difference between...
I don't know if they're that dumb to put it out against... I mean, granted, Assassin's Creed does have a lot of clout to it, but I just don't know... I think Red Dead's got more. Rockstar has
100%.
More. Like, that game, you want that game to get buried.
Assassin's Creed, though.
It's gonna get buried.
It'll feel so fucking weird if Assassin's Creed comes out in, like, January. That's gonna feel so fucking weird to me.
It will, but, you know, I'm wondering, like, do they put it into, like, November or something?
Maybe.
You know, I don't know. But, like, I think it'll be weird, maybe, playing an Assassin's Creed game after Red Dead 2. I don't know.
They could pull off February. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn did really well.
Yeah.
So.
But at the same time, like, to me, there's a total difference between getting a Call of Duty every year and getting an Assassin's Creed every year. And I say that because Call of Duty is a much more streamlined, smaller experience than these massive 60-hour open world games every year. You'll get really sick of it. And people did for a while, you know? And then they came back with Origins, they took some time off, they came back, they delivered a fine game, but it was even bigger than any Assassin's Creed. And now you're going to replicate that?
Yeah.
Every year? Fuck no, man. No way.
No.
It's like, even if this comes out this year, I'm like, will I play it?
Probably.
Eventually?
Will I get it immediately? I don't know.
Probably not.
Also because, at least on a personal level, which that was one thing. I saw this got announced, I was like, please don't come out this year. And then they're like, fiscal year this year. I'm like, damn it.
I know.
That means...
It's crazy.
Also just because I'm like... Because, I mean, I was going to play... My next big game I was going to play was I was going to finish Final Fantasy 15. And I'm like, I guess I should probably do Assassin's Creed first so I can make sure I get that done before I'm like, well, fuck me. So...
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it should be cool.
Yeah.
So.
We'll see with Odyssey. I am looking forward to it. I found it hilarious that it leaked, and then Ubisoft was like, let's just announce it.
Yeah. Every Assassin's Creed game, I think, except for one, has leaked. What's
that Walmart Canada thing was right?
It's pretty accurate so far.
What was I'm trying to think of. I read the article. What's the one Assassin's Creed game that didn't leak? Was it? I forget. Was it Revelations? No, Revelations leaked.
First one?
No, the first one leaked. The second one?
Maybe it was the second.
I think it was the second. I think the second one was the only one that didn't leak. Yeah. Every other game has leaked. Usually right around the same time. I'm actually surprised it took this long for this one to leak. Usually it's like April.
Yeah.
Black Flag?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unity.
Definitely.
Unity was the first one that I noticed. I was like, you didn't mean for this to come out.
Unity was not long after Black Flag.
It was like you did not mean for this to
came out.
Yeah, it was like February.
It was crazy.
It was like February Unity came out. Like, you did not mean for this to happen.
Yeah,
like
that was crazy.
Like, the last thing I'll say is, like, two things that I like on the surface are things that I think are very bad for the game in the long run. Like, I like that it's like, okay, there's another game coming out this year or soon that's going to be cool. But underneath that, it's like,
sorry,
you're going back to this, like, I'd rather you take 2 years and then improve on a lot of other things, not just add, like, oh, we're going to not do this Madden thing where it's like, oh, this big thing every year. But, and then the second thing is, on the surface, I like, all right, new character, you maybe get to customize a little bit more. Like, you're talking about dialogue, and, like, you could be male or female protagonist. That makes me feel like, okay, you're kind of starting from a blank slate. Like, you're this character that maybe has a little bit of backstory, but you really get to define them along the way. Like, more RPG. I kind of like that. But then under the surface, I'm like, again,
calm and ready.
But, like, again, another fucking protagonist. Like, Bayek was cool, and that's how you build games. Like, you got to have the same protagonist and, like, get to know them and, like, develop them more. When every year you're fucking resetting.
It could be like, because that was
and the thing is that this is a sequel, so he could go directly to the next game, which kind of.
Yeah, that's sort of the problem Assassin's Creed had, because the one thing was, like, with Ezio, he had 3 games, and Ezio was great. And then even the games that were after that, like with 3 and Black Flag, like, there was a bit of a connection, and you could see, like, all right, yeah, like, that's his grandfather. That's pretty cool. Like, but like,
and now there's like none. I mean, who knows? Maybe there will be.
They're gonna bring back Arno. Actually, that's way too.
Oh god,
it's Arno's ancestor.
Who's more forgettable, Connor or Arno?
I think probably it's Arno.
Probably I was trying to think of his name earlier. I couldn't fucking remember.
And then
that fucking douche from Unity.
And Triss, whatever her name was, the redhead chick.
Elise.
That's what it was.
I don't know why I remember her. I couldn't remember Arno.
Well, that's because she's an interesting character. What?
Oh,
comparatively? Well,
yes. Comparatively, my fucking ass is more interesting than Arno.
Seriously. Alright, other stuff for Ubisoft. We have The Division 2. We'll see.
Cool. I'm stoked.
I'm actually like, alright, let's see how this goes.
Too. Will Battle Royale be there?
Probably.
I hope so.
I hope not.
I think if Ubisoft's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna throw our hat in, The Division's probably the best game to do it. Either that or Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a Splinter Cell or something like that.
Splinter Cell's gonna be there.
Splinter Cell is gonna be there. I just don't know.
One or the other.
I just don't know how Splinter Cell, like, smaller, like maybe not like 100 people with 25 people, and you're all just trying to stealth kill each other.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a different take. Like, if they did it with The Division, the only thing I think is that it's gonna be like, it's gonna be cool to me because you don't get to jump in The Division, so it takes that fucking annoying thing out of it that I hate. Because I'm not that good at, like, shooters and stuff like that. I guess playing against other people, and it's like Overwatch. But what if
they add jumping to the Division?
Just keep fucking jumping out of it. I hate jumping, but they gotta get home with a new setting. I can't do New York again. Like, they get move to northern New York or something, where like you get more like in the country, sort of like country and city mixed, like areas.
Boston. No, every place goes to Boston.
Philly after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the virus is only in. Well, I guess the virus could spread.
Buffalo.
Go elsewhere.
Yeah, where's the Division lore gonna take us?
I don't fucking know.
What fucking lore was there?
There was a helicopter. That was about it.
There was a helicopter. There was some rogue agent.
What if this game has a story?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Division 2. I mean, the first game had a lot of potential. It just didn't nail it.
Like, going back to it, the gameplay is really strong. It kind of is. Like, I really like the gameplay. Like, it feels good to play, but then it's like building stuff around that, you know?
Yeah. But I do think that they'll announce Splinter Cell. I think it'll be there.
I think it has to be.
We're going to announce it, and it's coming out next year sort of game. It'll be open.
I think it'll come out I think they'll put it out like that sweet spot Ubisoft time of March.
Well, when's the Division 2 coming out?
Fiscal year.
I feel like you could put that one out earlier. I feel like they might, like, I don't know, because Splinter Cell we haven't seen for a while, so maybe they put that one in March. But if they were going to put a game somewhere in the vicinity of the holidays, it would probably be the Division 2, I would think.
I think I don't know.
Get really buried.
Because I think you would put Assassin's Creed in Holiday and the Division 2 in March just because the Division 1 fucking blew up and it came out in March.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's my thought.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I just feel like it's not long for either of those two games though.
Yeah,
like
Microsoft is looking at them like, wow, you guys have too many games right now? Wow, yeah.
Man, fuck.
Yeah. Wish I was you. At least I have your problems.
What else do they have? They have.
I mean, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I assume you put that there again.
Yeah.
Maybe have, even though like it's not any kind of representation of how close the game is. Maybe have like a very closed off demo of like this is our proof of concept of what we're doing right now.
Skull and Bones again, maybe.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones. They'd probably give a release date for that one.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Maybe they do something with For Honor, try to recoup some of that.
For Honor Battle Royale. I honestly would be. I would honestly be all for
dope,
that. I would honestly be all for
too.
That. Like, despite I only played that game for like an hour, I would be for that. Like, I don't care. I would be like, yeah.
That would be fucking awesome. I'd be down. To me, the long shot game. To me,
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2.
I think eventually, not this
yeah.
year, because they have that huge Donkey Kong DLC coming out. So. I don't think they'll do it too, but eventually, for sure. To me, the long shot game is a new Rayman one. Rayman game.
I can see. No, I think
fucking
I can
bring
see,
it
I
on.
can see a new
Man.
Rayman.
It's been 5 years since Legends initially came out,
and they've just kept putting it
awesome.
out over and over again.
Literally, yeah. I mean, I think they got some good stuff. They have that
They've got Just Dance 2018.
Yeah,
right.
They got gosh, it was announced last year. God, it was like a game where you're fighting with like fucking ships, and there was like amiibo sort of things. You were like building shit. Starlink.
Starlink. Yeah, Starlink probably.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cared about that one?
I think they're gonna have like some more Rainbow Six stuff.
Maybe.
Probably maybe announce the next
Crew 2,
event. If they announce
one last push for that.
The Forza Killer Crew 2.
Yeah. We'll see. Ubisoft will be interesting. They have some very good stuff. Let's move on to Sony.
This one's also extremely interesting just because we know 90% of what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have said that they're only focusing on Spider-Man, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, and The Last of Us Part 2. I'm down for all that.
As their first party stuff, right? Because they're doing. I mean,
they said third party.
They'll have Call of Duty. They'll have Destiny.
Correct. Which, speaking of Destiny, June 5th, they're revealing year 2 of Destiny 2.
Oh fuck! All right.
Live stream.
Damn it! Like, just wait. It'd be cooler if it was just E3. Damn it! Why?
But
people?
they probably want to because it's an expansion.
Also, because again, probably they understand that they're not going to get a lot of stage time.
Correct. So. Yeah, I think that they probably have Tomb Raider there as well. But out of those big 4 games, which one do you guys want to see the most? And what do you think we'll see?
I mean, I guess The Last of Us would be the one that I would want to see the most of, just because. But I don't know, because they're all interesting. Like Spider-Man, I want to see because that game's coming out, and it's just like, show me more. Ghost of Tsushima, it's like, what the fuck is this game? Same thing with Death Stranding. What the fuck is this game? Show me more. I mean, I predict that's what they're going to open with. I feel like
Death Stranding?
I feel like they bust out with Death Stranding and be like,
maybe.
Just
yeah,
kind of like almost like a God of War style thing.
Yeah,
a game that nobody understands what it is, and they don't tell people what. I mean, granted, people figure it out super quick, but just don't be like, here's a Death Stranding trailer. It's just gameplay starts and just Norman Reedus walking around with a baby. If that's what's starting
their conference, I feel like that's super weird. So maybe you start with Spider-Man because that's a known thing and it's coming out soon. Maybe, but
I still feel like you end with The Last of Us.
100%. I agree with you on that one. But then I think you probably do Death Stranding second, and I think my thought process on Death Stranding, because that's the one I want to see the most, just because it's so fucking intriguing and weird. It's like, I know I want to play Spider-Man, I know I want to play Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, let's see what they have. for sure, because we haven't seen that game besides that trailer. I'm sure it'll be cool. But Death Stranding's so weird. I think they started off with another trailer. And this trailer will make no fucking sense. But it'll be an awesome fucking trailer. Like every trailer they have. But then it'll transition to gameplay. And we'll see Norman Reedus, and he has his fucking babbies hanging off his tummy. And there's oil monsters and ghost dudes and all sorts of stuff.
What if I'm gonna take your idea? I'm gonna take it. What if they do that, but they bookend the conference? Like they start off with just another trailer, and that's what they make people think, and then at the end, boom,
that's
gameplay.
Weird. That's weird. That's really weird.
That's really weird. I almost kind of want that to happen now, just because it's just like you think it's done, like The Last of Us, and then Death Stranding starts playing. It's like, oh,
yeah,
and then it turns out it's not Death Stranding; it's Silent Hills. I'm joking.
I also have a feeling that fucking Call of Duty Ghost of Tsushima is going to be fucking dope. Just super dope. I'm down.
I got you
for that. So, what are you stoked for?
I am most interested in Ghost of Tsushima because I just don't know what it is. It's exciting to find out like what a new game's going to be. Just what the game's going to be.
It's fucking Sucker Punches.
Yeah, awesome. Sucker Punch is turning themselves into a fantastic developer.
Yeah, I mean,
one of the top.
Infamous Second Son's one of my favorite PS4 games I've played.
Yeah,
I mean, I played through that game twice and platinumed it.
Yeah, I never platinumed it, although I'm super close. I should do that sometime.
Super easy.
Yeah, I know.
Like hard is not hard, like at all. Now, granted, maybe it's because I knew what I was doing the second time around, but it's just like I'm down to see just these 4 games in third party, but like it's just so weird. It just feels weird for Sony. I'm sure they'll have their share of like some decent VR titles that they want to push too. Like last year they had Skyrim VR and Moss. Did that come out? Did Moss come out yet? Or?
Yeah, Moss came out. They had that Batman Arkham VR the year before and stuff. So
and they had the Final Fantasy 15 VR thing.
Spider-Man VR.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
I'm also wondering if they will have a pre-show like last year where they announced a ton of shit and no one was watching because they didn't really advertise it. So I'm wondering if they're going to have a pre-show again because I don't think they've announced it yet. And with that, do you there show Dreams?
Maybe a couple of it, like of the smaller first. Yeah, you show off Days. Maybe they show off Days Gone. Yeah, because
Do you end your conference with a new trailer for Spyro Reignited Trilogy?
That'd be really funny.
After The Last of Us 2, we have one more thing.
We got one more
Spyro.
We've got one more thing. CTR remastered.
Woohoo! That'd be cool. Do we sing Kingdom Hearts 3 on their stage?
I don't know. I mean, granted, unless if Square Enix shows off Kingdom Hearts 3 and they don't give a release date, then yes. But I feel like they have to, because people are looking at the Square Enix one for it.
Yeah. Also, do they even have a stage show, or do they just have some dudes, Sean Layden, sitting on a couch with his fucking beard and his chipmunk face, talking to Neil Druckmann very casually on the other couch, and then they're like, roll tape. Here's the gameplay. Here's the trailer.
Roll 212. Here you go.
Yeah, and it's just like super laid back.
I can see that because the last 2 years have been weird, especially last year.
Well, Sean Lade's on the couch, just sitting like this, and his fucking like nuts are hanging out of his fucking pants.
Right. It's actual nuts.
Yeah.
Or it's like
shows some skin.
Or it's like
just his whole dick.
Or it's like he gets a dare, and it's like, I dare you to sit through this entire conference, and I dare you to
not
be
even
hard.
a dare, just out of like
no. But somebody's like, I
arrogance.
dare you to be hard, just the entire conference, just like when the camera's not on.
I just want to like see it soft, just present it. Like hard would be weird.
It's probably pretty. Nah, I won't say it. Right.
Like a soft dick is fine, but a hard dick is just weird.
Soft dick. You heard it here first. Soft dick is fine.
Just like his nuts resting. Because even his nuts know that like PlayStation's in good hands.
See, I think soft dick's
next
weird.
Hideo Kojima's next game, nuts resting.
Maybe he had his fucking wiener out.
See, I disagree. I think soft nuts are weird, but a hard dick is normal.
How the fuck did we get on this conversation?
Wait, soft nuts and hard dick. What do you mean?
Like, are you
I'm
talking
about the whole package,
like everything,
but flaccid?
Like it just limped over, yeah.
See, I think that is so.
Because that's how you see how fucking big his wiener is. He's got a snake hanging out.
I would totally rather stare at his dick hard for 10 minutes than to see it soft.
Because why would his dick be hard? He's relaxed. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna show off his
Maybe he keeps rubbing it.
Is he?
No,
Maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's nervous.
No, he doesn't need to rub. He's calm. He's confident, man. PlayStation is gonna be good.
Yeah.
And he tries to chew one of his own nuts because he looks like a chipmunk.
I love Sean Lane, but it's funny.
He's like one of my favorite personalities in video games.
Yeah.
Who's that dude they used to have?
Shuhei Yoshida.
No, the.
Jack Trenton?
No,
that white dude.
Andrew House.
No.
Jack Trenton.
Is it Jack Trenton? Wait.
No. I can't remember his name. He kind of looked like a nerd. He looked like Jesse Cox without the beard.
Oh, Adam Boyes.
Yeah. I don't know how he feels about that. Yeah.
Watch Giant Bomb's live stream that they do. They always have Adam Boyes, Dave Lang, and John Vignacchi. I think that's how you say his name. It is like, I'm surprised those guys still have jobs. The crazy shit that goes on of like, one of the guys gave out Adam Boyes' phone number while thousands of people were watching it live stream. So he's like, wow, now I gotta like destroy my phone, you dickhead.
Now I gotta get a new number.
And they talk, just crazy shit. It's always fucking fascinating. Anyways, let's talk about the last one. Nintendo.
Math. I'm bad at math.
24 plus 12 is
36.
13.
There we go.
24 plus 12.
I got it.
Yeah.
I think it's close anyway. Okay.
So yeah, Nintendo. What are you guys stoked to see? Obviously, Smash Brothers is the one single game that I want to see the most at E3.
I mean, they'll probably talk about. They'll talk about the Pokemon stuff. Probably, yeah. I would assume.
All right, let's talk about this Pokemon stuff. So we talked about it a little while ago when it leaked, and you guys were like, "No, that's not a thing."
It sounded so fucking dumb.
But now it's a thing. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, sort of remakes of Yellow. They are incorporating Pokemon Go into it. Couch co-op. What do you guys think?
I don't really care.
It's cool. It's cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I've heard the general consensus I've heard is like, oh yeah, this is a much more casual Pokemon game. I'm like, casual Pokemon game? The fuck was it before?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no. Right?
So I'm like, I mean, this is cool. Maybe I'll get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I want an actual Pokemon game.
It is.
No, but I mean like new. I want new.
Yeah.
I want new shit.
Like,
don't sell me that old shit. Give me the new shit.
And that's the thing I agree with. Like, it has a Go connectivity, and you get a little Pokeball and take around and rub in public like a freak. And shit. But like okay, I don't care about any of that, right? I don't give a fuck about Pokemon Go. I don't play Pokemon Go. So I'm just getting like a good looking remaster of Yellow and
kind of a gimped experience.
Yeah.
If you don't care about Go.
I mean, I'm just getting like a remaster, which is cool, but then because it's on the Switch, it's $60. I'm like, I could go back. I go back and play Yellow. I could play like Fire Red and Leaf Green. And granted, this game looks better now, and probably not that the old games ran poorly, but it's gonna be on Switch. I can play on a big screen. You yippty fucking do. That's something that people say. Yippty do. Duty. I don't know, but Pokemon's annoying me because they're taking everything and they're not improving the game anymore. It's just like they're just kind of cutting corners instead of trying to make it more accessible, instead of actually improving the game itself. Like, now you don't battle Pokemon in the wild, it just turns into a catching Pokemon minigame. Like, you don't get to battle them in the wild. that's not bad. Like, it kind of streamlines things. But instead of improving it, they just go with that. Getting rid of HMs. Like, instead of... Well, they did that Gen 7. But instead of improving how they're used and making them into, like, puzzles that you have to figure out and expanding upon the gameplay experience, they're like, no more HMs. Like, you can still surf and stuff, but, like, HMs aren't a thing anymore. And it's getting in... Like, even legendary Pokemon, it's not like, okay, well, let's implement them like Deoxys in the Gen 3 remakes, which is cool. It had its own storyline sort of thing, and things made sense. Now it's just like, we're just going to hand out all the legendaries like for downloads. Instead of improving the gameplay experience, we're just going to like make it easier for everyone. And that's so frustrating for me because you have people that are making games that are just streamlining shit, not just streamlining it, but just kind of, you know, not putting the effort into making it better and just saying like, okay, well, here, we'll just get rid of this gameplay blockade, which it wasn't a blockade. It was just you stopped being creative and you stopped inventing new ways to implement these things into the game. You got fucking lazy, and then people bitched about it, and he was like, okay, we'll get rid of it. You know, and it's just so annoying. And so with this game, really what it is, it's like a full Pokemon Red, Yellow, whatever experience. You go around, you battle all the gym leaders. So I don't care about the Go connectivity. They're trying to implement these things that's like, okay, I see what you're doing from that angle, but I just want to play the game. So I'm going in and I'm getting an experience where it's standard Pokemon game for $60 minus battling wild Pokemon. I'm just like, I kind of don't really give a fuck.
It'd be cool if you could like turn some of that shit on and off. Like, it's like if you want it to be like Pokemon Go and you want to connect it to your Pokemon Go account, that's fine. If that's your bag. But if it's not, you know, then you could battle Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems. I agree, because that's kind of like the thing I look at it with, and I'm like, and like. But then it's not even that they're doing that, because sure, making it more accessible, that's fine. You want to sell more games, I can't really blame them for wanting to make this game more accessible, wanting to sell more games. But like, again, cutting it out, that's like that's giving me less freedom.
Yeah.
I have to play this game.
They're taking away elements of the gameplay, which granted may have been kind of gotten old or whatever, but then that's their fucking fault that they let these things get old and they stopped improving these things. Or it frustrates you because they're like, okay, we're just gonna have a catching mini game now instead of battling. And I'm sure that's what they do with Pokemon Go. That's another thing they're trying to implement in. But it's like a lot of different things I've seen over the years. It's just like it kind of gets old. Like HMs, like you stopped making them really useful in the game, so you stop doing something, and then people complain, and then you kind of look like the good guy, like, oh, we're gonna take away HMs, and it's just like that comes back to you. Like you stopped trying almost. I don't want to say they stopped trying, but they just stopped. They weren't creative anymore. They didn't find ways to improve the gameplay experience when they're taking like years in between Pokemon games to work on those games, and it's just like it just got really frustrating, and it's just sort of boiling over point with Gen 7 when it's like every 5 minutes you're stopping and telling me like how to play a Pokemon game, and it's like, dude, I've been playing these games since like the first ones came out, and it's just like I feel like I'm more frustrated with like Game Freak and everyone that's developing these games, and it's just like any other developer would do this and you'd be like, oh well, that's just laziness, and like Pokemon doesn't. It's like, oh, it's kid friendly, which I guess it is, but it's like it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So long story short, I'm probably not going to get this. For $60, I'm not going to pay for a fucking game that I already basically have. And it's like, oh, well, Pokemon can run around with you in the world. It's like, oh, that's cool, but save it for the next game.
Yeah, and I'm really torn because I do really want a Pokemon game on the Switch, like, really bad. Remaking Yellow could be really awesome on the Switch, just from looks. Why not? It's the Pokemon Go stuff that I'm not crazy about. Just, like, Pokemon Go just totally does not interest me. And now I feel like I'm kind of forced to play it. And I get that, like, catching a Pokemon before was just going through your menu, hitting that, and then just waiting to see what happens. I get that. That's not extremely exciting, but like if I have to always play by detaching my Joy-Cons or taking my Pro Controller and flipping my shit, I know it's small, it's ridiculous, but like I never want to play a video game doing this shit ever.
You may as well just like play like a fishing simulator or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, like I just don't want to do that. That's the part. Like if they still had a Kinect to go somehow, Pokemon roaming around the world, I don't care about that. It's honestly the whole like catching mechanic that I'm like no on, because I feel like this game's going to be fucking huge, and then they're going to do this in the next one. I really
like I said before, it's like a beta, like basically a beta testing out this stuff that they're going to implement in the next game. Yeah. It's kind of like soft, like ease everyone into it. Like this is Pokemon now.
I'm really curious on what they're going to do after this with the next one. That they said it's going to be late 2019. Like, are they going to do a true traditional Pokemon game, or are they going to continue down this path? So we'll see. I'm really torn on it. November 16th. That's when it comes out.
Cool.
So, I think you can say Nintendo's going to have a massive holiday season again.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to have Pokemon and Smash Brothers. Holy mama. That's crazy.
I don't know which one to get. I'm joking.
So, Smash Brothers. What do you guys want to see from that?
I mean, confirm a couple characters. I don't want to honestly see too much. I mean, because granted, Smash is Smash.
Yeah.
So just like confirm a couple characters, maybe a few new amiibos that'll be connected to it. Like, it's not really too much else you can show off. 16 person battles. I'm joking. Don't do that. 8's enough. It'd be really funny, and I would be tempted to play it anyway. But I'm just like, I think 8's enough.
8's not enough.
8's not enough. 164.
Battle Royale.
Smash Bros. Oh god, you need 100 characters then.
Yeah.
But no.
I want to see like maybe 10. Like I want to see like a game that's not just the game that was on Wii U and 3DS. Because you're getting for the Switch now, like, hey, you're buying this game again, so
I think
what am I paying for this time?
I honestly think in a way they should have, like, I don't know. I think since the Wii U one was so like ultra successful that, like, you know, a lot of those characters should return. I mean, you already have the amiibos made for all of them, and there's a lot of ones like fucking Cloud. What else are you gonna use that amiibo for? You know what I mean? So you might, so like those characters have to come back. But like, I mean, the Inkling, or whatever you want to call
big
them.
roster, more interactive stages somehow.
Yeah. It's just, it's so hard for me to sit here and go like, what are they gonna do with the next Smash Bros? Because the Wii U version had so much shit in it that was just on point. Maybe you take out Smash Tour and you do something new, because they could totally do something way more exciting than what Smash Tour was. I think.
I mean, it's a better Mario Party.
It is, but like, I just think there's way more things you can do with that. I'm very excited for it. I think in between conferences we should play Smash Brothers.
I was thinking that
at some point.
I was thinking. I was also contemplating.
Just lay it down.
I was also contemplating in the next week. Oh, never mind. Shit. I'll have to say that for. All right. Damn it. No, I was contemplating getting Mario Kart. That way, when we play Mario Kart, I was gonna buy Mario Kart on my Switch, so I could play it on my Switch.
Yeah, we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Other things, I'm super stoked to see the Yoshi game. I like Yoshi. I like playing Yoshi. Fucking yes, to me on that one. The other, my long shot wish, is the Metroid Prime trilogy with normal controls on the Switch in time for Metroid Prime 4 next year, 2020, and whatever the hell.
Fortnite's coming to Switch, baby.
Yeah, apparently.
Fortnite's fucking coming to Switch, baby.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Fortnite coming to Switch, cool, but did you hear the other game? Overcooked 2, brother. I'm not joking.
Oh, fuck.
That was apparently in that fucking pamphlet that leaked. It was Fortnite, Switch, Overcooked 2, and Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is neat.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, man. Overcooked 2.
Resident Evil 7 in
Cloud
America.
Version.
Because it's coming to Japan. Resident Evil 7's coming to the Switch in Japan.
Yeah, through the cloud.
Bring it to America.
Yeah, that game's apparently a 45 megabyte download. And then you have to play it
online.
Yeah, like online connected to the internet. Which kind of defeats the purpose of the Switch.
Of a single player game.
Yeah. I
mean, granted, I've yet to play a game that necessarily requires a online connection. Mm-hmm. But I guess here playing Mario Kart. But
do we see Bayonetta 3 or that rumored Star Fox game?
Maybe.
Because they said that they're focusing on games coming out in 2018. That's their focus. I don't know if those are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Bayonetta is a 2018 game. I could see just because who knows how long they were working on it. Maybe Star Fox, but that's like an out there possibility.
Yeah, Nintendo's got a lot of good stuff to me. And just Smash. Just give me Smash. That's all I want.
Yeah.
If you guys had one game to pick, what do you guys want to see the most?
Out of everything or Nintendo?
Out of everything. Oh. Like I said, to me it's Smash Brothers. What do you guys want to see?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk?
No, Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, come on. I kind of have. If I don't go with the stereotypical answer, probably The Last of Us.
Okay.
Part 2.
It's good.
That's the first one. Right. Just put the first one out again. Just re-release it again. Just
Actually, no, I wouldn't buy it. I already bought it twice. I know, I bought it once. 4K. I got it the second time free.
Say 4K. 4K.
Last was
4K.
Remastered.
Red Dead 2? I don't think it's going to be there.
I don't think it needs to be there.
No, it's got enough hype.
It could be. I just don't think it needs to.
If Sony wants to drop a bomb, then yeah.
Purposeful awkward silence is awkward.
I want to drop a bomb.
I'm excited for E3. I mean, it might feel weird right now because we know so much, but it's still going to be just a fucking...
It's also like we know what's going to be announced, but like who knows what some of these games look like? Who knows what Fallout 76 looks like? Mm-hmm. Who knows like...
It's going to be the same engine, right?
Well, probably. But I mean,
sucks.
But I mean, like, who knows what...
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
It's going to look like Origins, but in Greece.
But in Greece. Who knows what Splinter Cell will look like?
Far Cry 6.
You know what I mean? Far Cry 6, yeah. Far Cry 6. It's coming.
I hope Far Cry stops, like, forever.
Me too.
I'm sick of that franchise now.
Who knows what Madden NFL 19 looks like?
I don't know what they're going to do this year.
I wonder what the new...
the
kicking a field goal mechanic will be.
You can.
I got lucky one year.
Your running backs no longer run into the offensive lineman and fall down. Like you actually push them and you don't fall down. Now. That was one thing that's going to be in the game.
Bobble mechanics.
Bobble.
Like
their heads bobble around.
No. Like you don't actually catch the ball and you bounce it. And
football's a violent sport.
Yeah, it is.
Brain injuries.
Chris Benoit. What?
Yeah. Let us know what you want to see at E3 2018, and we'll have some stuff to talk about next week for sure.
Yeah.
See ya.